Hi everybody, it's Kathy P here from the Scrapasketch creative team, and I am here with Friday the 3rd of January's sketch that Lisa has created for us, and this is it that we're going to work with today. I love this sketch, it's just a lovely sketch to work with. Okay, so I pulled together some die cuts ready to go. I have got my title here, which is in Chipboard, and I'm actually going to prepare that first. So I'm going to pull my mat to do some inking on my chipboard. So I'm using Distress Stain Red Brick, and I'm just going to soak it up with this Distress Stain. Anyone knows where I can get hold of these Distress Stains, please leave me a message in my comments down below. I'm running out and I desperately need some more of them. I'm going to then add some Diana Wakely's gilt to the top of it as in splatters. And I do love how this comes together, just to add a little bit of interest. Also, it picks up the colours of the papers that I'm using for this layout. Now, these papers I've had forever. I've had them for a very long time. I cannot even begin to tell you how long they've been in my scrap folder ready to go ahead. So I've just pulled them together. And what I've done is I've cut the circles. Now, Lisa's got a bigger circle, but that's okay. I've overcome that with what I do in this layout. I'm just distress edging the circles and the pieces of paper just to add some interest to the layout. I always like to add texture and depth and dimension. It's a nicer feel to the page. Also is something more pleasant for the eye to look at. So I'm just going to use my Tim Holtz distresser here, do the edges and rough them up. Then I can get started on layering in the pieces. Now, the photo that I've chosen to work with today is a recent Christmas photo. We were in the city for our annual walk of the city lights, checking out what Sydney has put on as displays this year, and I was able to grab a photo of the 4 of us who went this year. So I'm just distressing up the edges now with some ink. I'm using Gathered Twigs, one of my favourite inks to use when building some distress imaging on your layout. I like the brown of it, and it just gives that soft smoky vintage feel to it. Gathered Twigs would be my recommendation if you were looking for an ink to start with. It's great, it's versatile across lots of colours. It's a neutral colour, but it also can go dark and it can go light, and it adds that vintagey feel. So as you can see, I'm just getting everything all ready to go so that it all goes together and I can pull it all together. Now, Lisa has amazing sketches each Friday here in her Facebook group, which I'll have linked down below so that you can go and check them out. These sketches are very versatile and you can use them multiple ways and interpret the elements the way you like. If she's got a flower on there, you don't have to put a flower. You could put a cog, you could put a film strip, you could put anything that you'd like. It's just to represent an embellishment that needs to go in that area there. If you want flowers, you can put flowers. If it's a heart, it's a heart. And you want hearts, you can put hearts, but you can also put stars. So they're just an interpretation. As you can see there, I fussy cut out some of Lisa's printables as well to use on this layout. She has a great range at www.scrapasketch.com, and if you pay the small subscription rate, you can access exclusive sketches as well as great bargains on ways to build your stash without killing your budget. And in our budget conscious days at the moment, with the way the world finance is, these are a great option to use and to extend your stash. So I'm just layering up my circles, and I'm just going to put them onto the layout, and as you can see, as per the sketch, I'm going to lose a part of that circle on the side, and that's so it gives that cut off effect, and that's how I'm matching the sketch. Now, my circle, as I said, is smaller than what Lisa has on there, but I'm going to show you how I overcome that and build the overall effect. Now, I really do love this paper. In the light here on my desk, it is like a really creamy colour. It's taken all the full richness out of it, but when I take it outside for the close-up photos that you see at the beginning and at the end, you can see its full richness in colour because I've taken them in the sunlight. It's an effective layout, and I like how it all comes together. Not one of these papers are from the same paper range. I think one's a pink paisley. I think one's a I can't even, a creative memories. That's how, I think that's how old it is, one of the original creative memories. So, and then I know that this one here came from another pad that I've just bought recently from a Crafter's Choice. So I mix and match all my papers. I don't tend to use from the same kits or from the same packs, because I like to go by colour and feel. That's a great way if you've got lots of single sheets. Just match your colours and marry them that way. There's lots of ways of using up your stash, and there's lots of ways of creating beautiful layouts without spending a fortune on buying full kits. So my goal this year is to bash my stash, use it all up as much as I can. I have so much, and so that's going to require lots of mix and matching and using. So hopefully I'll be able to inspire you to do that, as well as using Lisa's great sketches. Alright, so you can see here I'm using up some scraps. Look at that. I could put this in Baby's Got Scraps, uses scraps. But no, I'm not. This one is specifically for Scrapasketch. It's specifically to promo this sketch from Lisa. And you can see how easily it's coming together, but how effective it looks with this layered circle. So these poinsettias come from the printables, like I said. They are the Christmas ones from last year, not last year, from 2023's range. And I've also cut on my die cutter these bay leaves, and I do love it. Now I've brought back the title, which you saw me do earlier in the beginning, and I'm just layering up my embellishments into place here, and you can see that these hearts fit perfectly on and match the colour scheme, which is great because I wanted to capture the colour that are in the Martin Place tree, because that's where this is from. It is from the Martin Place tree, and all the colours are reflected in my papers and my embellishments. So I've just gone off screen and I've adhered all of those into place. I'm just now highlighting with my gold Nuvo shimmer pen, and then I go back with my white gel pen in the end, just to add some detail to that die cut so that it doesn't sit flat on the page. I'm just putting a little bit of shimmer into the hearts because it is Christmas and I want it to be sparkly. And then I look at it, and as I said before, I need to finish off this circle a little bit more, make it more of an emphasis. So what I'm doing here with my Nuvo drops in the avocado is I am putting them onto the dots. With the circle that you saw me use a plate to draw around to extend the circle on the page, I'm putting the gold stickles down. Now, originally I just dot it around. So you'll see me do that, and I'll go off, and I'm actually just going to keep continuing to add in the gold stickles in bundles of 3 here and then near the title, and that sets up my visual triangle. But then I go back with the avocado, and I'm going to actually do the Nuvo drops as dots on the paper, where the dots are on the paper. So I'm going to fill that in. I'm not going to make you watch me do the whole lot, but I do the whole. I'll come back to that and see when it's finished here. Now, while I was doing that, I realized that the gold blended in with the avocado, so I filled that whole line in with gold shimmers, so it made it a more solid line. And there you can see how this has all come together. The Nuvo drops have added dimension to the page. They've added some interest and some depth. I've used the key elements of the sketch that Lisa has for this week, this Friday, January the 3rd, that you can find in her Facebook page, that I will put the details down below. So here's the final outcome in the sunlight. You can see how bright and colourful it is. You can see all the detail that I've added in using the Nuvos. Thank you once again for stopping by and watching. Hopefully I've done enough to inspire you. Remember, scrapping is fun, and you can use sketches that like Lisa's to create great layout for your family memories. Thanks for sticking it out to the end. Here's my next video recommendation for you. Happy scrapping till next time. See you soon.